Okay, I'm back and live in the garage. All right, here is another stone that we should talk about. It's called the Carnelian Stone or Carnelian Crystal, whichever you want to call it. But I'm going to show you what it looks like. It is like orange and red. It has hues of yellow and a little bit of white. And then there's this little really dark spot. It's like a brownish red. This is part of the mineral. I don't know if I'm going to say this right. Chalcedony, or how do you say it? Chalcedony. The mineral chalcedony. And this little booger here is translucent. If you was to shine a light behind it, you'd be able to see the light come through. So that means it's translucent. And all this stone comes in like a light yellow orange color or a red color or even a reddish brown color. And all the red, what gives it its color is heat. So they say if you was to set this stone out in the sun, that it would even get darker red or darker brown, like this little inclusion is right here. All this is iron. The color of it is from iron. So when it's set in the heat or in the sun, it causes iron oxide, which makes it get darker. So this little guy here is called the artist stone. And I like looking at it as I'm talking, sorry. But it's also the center of gravity of the body, is what they say. So this is related to your third chakra or your sacral chakra, which is located between your navel and your pelvic bone. They call it the passion stone, fire stone. I mean, there's all kinds of names for this. And you can find carnelian in Madagascar, Brazil, India, United States, Scotland. I mean, and more, there's so many more countries you can find this. It's the hot fire energy that takes bold action. So this little guy is, a lot of times if you're an artist and you're having that blockage of creativity for your paintings, your drawings, your whatever kind of art you're into, they say to carry this on you because it opens your mind freely to creativity. But in another sense is, if you're someone, not just an artist, like in normal life, if you're someone who always is overthinking or overanalyzing things in life, this stone is to help you get outside your head. Get outside from your train of thought and open up your communication freely, or to remind you that you're worth living in this world, so to speak. It's to remind you that you are fire and full of passion. This stone has been known in this stone is known in ancient times. The Byzantine area, oftentimes their soldiers, or I guess army, whatever you want to call it, would carry a piece of this, or it would be in somewhere on their armor or somewhere on a jewelry or amulet or what have you, because it's supposed to teach them to, I guess, be bold and brave when they're out in the battlefield. Also, it's a really cool mineral for public speaking. So like if you're someone who has to talk and you're timid and you have to get up and give a presentation at work or maybe at school or college or whatever, and you have to do those oral presentations, which suck, and you're always like, oh, they say that if you carry this with you, it'll take that timidness away from you, and it helps you to speak truly and freely and with courage. I know that the French and English in like the 18th century were really big on carnelian stones. And I guess back in the 18th century, the carnelian stones and a lot of gems were related to royalty more than anything. The more gemstones you had, probably the higher up you were in royalty. But there's also proof that in royalty or in the castles or what have you, they had their own like gem language. So it was like a discrete language amongst royalty. So say you're having a huge dinner party of like 150 people and you have this brooch on, and like the first two stones are carnelius and maybe the second two are lapis or whatever. What it's telling you is it's wishing you good luck, and then like good luck spiritually or whatever, So there was like a secret language hidden within their amulets and jewelry that most normal common folk would not know. Um, I know the Egyptians were big on carnelian stone also. Um, kind of like mm, lapis is more like the spiritual side for Egyptians. And this stone to them reminded them of the sun. So they called this the setting sunstone. It reminded them of the sun and fire. And so they used this, um, you know, as kind of for their sun god, I guess you could say. Like Cleopatra was known to have this. As a matter of fact, I was just looking at some pictures online of giant amulets they found in tombs and stuff that would have like lapis, mostly blue, because they were big spiritual. Egyptians were very spiritual. So they would have big sets of, but then also you'd see lapis as the main color because of their spiritual. But then you'd see like carnelian beads and stuff. So that was supposed to be, related to their sun god. This stone is, I guess you could say this stone is to bring out your inner fire. But something that's really cool about this is they say the medicinal purposes for this is related to blood. So to them, it would be good for circulation. It helps your blood flow to your organs and your tissues. It's supposed to help with menstrual cramps or PMS. It's supposed to help with fertility, your sex drive. They say that, let me see, I wrote some more stuff down here. They say it's good for arthritis, depression. They say it's good for, I guess it's supposed to regulate your kidneys and accelerate healing in your bones and ligaments. They also say that it's supposed to improve vitamins and mineral absorption. If you place it in your house, most people carry it, but if you place it in your house, they say it's just to remind you that you are world worthy, and also that don't settle for anything less, because you are so much worth so much more, than what you think. Another cool thing is in Arab nations, I guess, even, I don't know if you guys have ever heard of Muhammad, that was kind of like their prophet. They said that Muhammad often wore a pinky ring that was set in silver of carnelius. And a cool thing is gem setters back in those olden days, ancient days, whatever, often would carve a little prayer or symbols for a prayer. Or they might draw like a lion head. All these little things that gemstone makers would put in here had significant meaning to the person who was going to wear it. So if maybe there was a lion head on there, that might mean courage. And then, they would wear it on an amulet or whatever. So whatever they inscribed on here or carved into here often had meaning to the person who was going to wear it. And usually it was related to royalty. Something else really cool about this stone is carnelius is one of the stones that are mentioned in the Bible. Like I talked about Aaron, who was actually Moses' brother, older brother. He had the breastplate that had crystals and gems in it. Carnelius is one of those gems. Another thing is in Revelations. Carnelius is in Revelations. Remember, I talked about the walls being lined with certain gemstones, like 12 different gemstones, maybe, I think it was. Carnelius is one of them, amongst citrine. And so this is in the book of Revelations. So if you're someone who needs to open up your creativity, or maybe you're trying to get pregnant, or you're an artist and you need to create and you're having blockage, this is the stone for you. And the stone also, like I said, is for passion and to let out your fiery side. So remember, if you're overthinking or overanalyzing life in general, this stone is a good stone to carry also to help you get outside that headspace and let your true fire and passion come forth or come out. So that's carnelian. I have one more chakra stone I'll do, which is the root that is related to jasper, red jasper. So I'm going to try to do that again tonight. Like I said, these videos take freaking forever to upload and it takes me off. But I might try to do some other things. I really want to do a live sometime, and like only have like 20 people in there and do readings. Like just whoever's coming forth of them 20 people, just start spilling my guts about who your family or loved one or friend or whatever on the other sides. So I'm trying to get up the courage to do that, because being live, it's almost like standing on a stage in front of 20 strangers and doing mediumship. So this is kind of like that. So I'm going to try to practice with that a little bit and see if I'm able to do that. I've never tried it, so it'll be new, and you guys will be with me, or the first 20 people, or whatever. So as soon as I'm going to do a live with only like 20 people in there, because I don't want to get too many people in at once, because I'm scared it'll throw me off and I'll be everywhere. Because when I do readings, if there's other people in the room, I can often pick up their stuff too. So I have to kind of isolate myself. So I'm going to try to keep it down to like 20. So maybe we'll do a live sometime here in the near future, and I'll only have 20 people in there with me. That way I can see who I'm picking up and try to concentrate that way. So we'll see where that goes. I'm still nervous about that. Never done like platform mediumship, but hey, you know, what the hell do I got to lose at this point? But anyways, all right, guys. Talk to you later. Be kind to one another. Believe, believe, believe.